What is up, DS3TV, and we are back for another video. Just trying to get the video a little bit, trying to get the video ready. Alright. And yeah, alright, cool. So did a Russia video yesterday. Somebody else, I think this might have been a long time ago, but somebody else recommended 101 facts about Russia. So let's get into it. And yeah, I believe this video was recommended. So also, if you have any recommendations for videos, leave them down in the description. And yeah, you already know how this goes. Follow, oh yeah, link in the description for the Discord server. And also subscribe to the channel. I want to get 1,000 subscribers by my birthday. We are at 587 right now. Is the time making this video, so yeah. Let's keep going and play.
Привет, motherfuckers! My name's Sam, and today I'm here to talk to you about the cold and mysterious land of Russia. But why oh why are teachers in Russia sometimes paid in vodka? Which Russian leader recorded an album of romantic ballads? And how badly would I mispronounce these Russian words with my stupid English mouth? 2 out of 3 of those questions are about to be answered, so sit down, take a shot of vodka and prepare yourself for 101 facts about Russia. Number 1. Okay, first off the bat, not to blow smoke up their trumpets or anything, but Russia is big. Real big. Huge, in fact. It's the largest country by land area at a staggering 16,377,742 square kilometers. This makes it almost twice as large as the USA.
I've actually heard too, like yesterday on the Geography Now video, they said that like it's hard to put Russia on like a flat map because it's so big. Like it goes over it goes over 2 parts of the map, like technically.
Number 2. Russia stretches across an amazing 11 time zones, more than any other country. Which must make things difficult. They must be terrified of being late all the time, so they must be rushing around everywhere. Yep, it was that early I did that joke. Number 3. Okay, prepare yourself because I'm getting all the Russia is big facts out of the way first. Russia shares a border with 14 countries. These countries are Norway, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Belarus, China, Ukraine, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and North Korea. Wow, what lovely neighbours they are. Number 4. Still not getting the size of Russia's monumental girth? Right, fine. Well, how's this? Russia is bigger than Pluto. Yes, that's right. Russia is bigger than a whole planet. What do you mean it's not? Since when? Number 5.
That's actually insane.
So big are its territorial balls, Russia actually stretches across 2 continents, Europe and Asia. The Ural Mountains form the conventional border between the 2 continents, which stretch down from the north south in the west of Russia. About a quarter of the country lies in Europe, that's why they were in the Eurovision Song Contest, but the rest is Asia. Number 6. Being a plus-size nation, Russia is home to a lot of plus-sized things. For instance, Lake Baikal is the largest freshwater lake in the world. It holds approximately 20% of the world's unfrozen fresh water and is 1,642 meters deep, making it the deepest lake in the world. Wide, deep and wet. There's a joke there somewhere, but you can do the rest yourselves. Number 7. The highest mountain in Russia is Mount Elbrus, which is also the highest mountain in Europe, and reaches a height of 5,642 meters. Must be great fun to sled down, I'm sure. Number 8. Russia also boasts the longest river in Europe, which is the Volga River. As in it's called Volga, it doesn't swear a lot. Spanning a length of around 3,690 kilometers, it has more than 200 tributaries, aka little streams coming off it. If these were counted as the main river, it would stretch an incredible distance of 357,000 kilometers. That's 92% of the way to the moon. I mean, that only really works if you can walk on water and breathe in space, so if you're Space Jesus, really, which is Thor, technically. Number 9. With the largest lakes, mountains and rivers, Russia may as well complete the set by having the world's largest area of forest. 7,762,602 square kilometers of Russia is covered in trees. Approximately 642 billion of them to be precise, accounting for 45.4% of the country's land area.
I wonder whose job it was to count all of those trees.
That means almost half the world's largest country is covered in trees, so thank you for the oxygen. Number 10. Russia is home to the Klyachevskaya Sopka, which at 4,750 meters is the highest active volcano in Eurasia. It's considered sacred by some indigenous people, who believe it to be the location at which the world was created. Number 11. 77% of Russia is made up of Siberia, a vast geographical area that in its broadest definition is known as North Asia. However, Siberia has a low population density. Despite being 50 times as large as the UK, it's home to only half the amount of people. I mean, I don't see why. It looks lovely. Number 12. Russia, meanwhile, has a population of around 143 million, making it the 9th most populated country in the world. Number 13. However, there are fears that Russia's population could fall by 50% by the year 2050. According to the UK newspaper The Times, this is thought to be due to the falling birth rate and high levels of alcoholism and suicide. Number 14. Perhaps as a result of this, September the 12th is Russia's Day of Conception, which could possibly be the best public holiday ever. Couples are encouraged to conceive a child on this date, and we all know how that's done, and they're given prizes if the baby is born in exactly 9 months. Previous winners have gotten apartments and jeeps for their sexy efforts. Well, and a baby as well. Number 15. According to the Moscow Times, in order to get the population a bit more randy, Vladimir Putin invited the sexily voiced Boys to Men to perform on Valentine's Day in 2013. This turned out to not go ahead. Hey Vlad, can you give me their number, by the way? I'd like them to sing outside Jennifer Lawrence's house for a bit, and I want to know their rate. Number 16. Roughly 78% of Russians live in European Russia, which accounts for less than 25% of the total area of the country. Number 17. Though the majority of Russians are of Eastern Slavic descent, the name Russia comes from the Rus people who were Norse. However, many Russian scholars claim that they were indeed Slavs, so who knows? Number 18. Rus in Old Norse, by the way, means the men who row. See, now you can impress all your argumentative Old Norse
I like how he said row instead of row.
friends. Number 19. The official name for Russia is the Russian Federation. The Russian Federation began in June of 1991 with the election of Boris Yeltsin, following the fall of the Soviet Union. Number 20. The country is split into 46 oblasts, 22 republics, 9 krays, 4 autonomous okrugs, 3 federal cities and 1 autonomous oblast, collectively known as the Federal Subjects. There are 85 federal subjects in total, but 2 of them are internationally recognized as being part of Ukraine, since Russia kind of nicked them in 2014. Number 21. Russia was the dominant nation in the Soviet Union, or the USSR. You know, that thing that the Beatles sung about once, which began in 1922 and lasted 69 years. 69. Number 22. Soviet Russia began a few years earlier than that, when Vladimir Lenin led the Bolsheviks to victory over the provisional government, known as the October Revolution, which existed after the last Tsar of Russia, Nicholas II, was executed along with his whole family in Yekaterinburg following the February Revolution. Sounds like a fun afternoon. Number 23. Nicholas II was the last Tsar of Russia, and his family, the Romanovs, no relation to Black Widow, had ruled the country for over 300 years. Number 24. After the fall of the Tsar and the rise of the Bolsheviks, Lenin ran the government. But when he died in 1924, Joseph Stalin outmaneuvered his rivals and took power, eventually becoming a brutal and infamous dictator. Number 25. Stalin wasn't actually Russian, but Georgian. Stalin didn't start learning Russian until he was 8. Till he was 8? Quit Stalin, dude. Actually, I shouldn't make jokes about him, should I? Number 26. When Stalin was young, he worked as a weatherman. Yep, you heard that correctly. At the age of 21, he started work at the TIFLIS Meteorological Observatory, where he helped to record data like rainfall and humidity. Exciting times for young Joseph. Number 27. Stalin loved movies, American cowboy movies in particular. Interestingly though, Stalin wasn't a huge fan of anti-communist John Wayne, and entertained the idea of having him assassinated. Yeah, entertaining idea, assassination. Number 28. Oh yeah, and he was also responsible for the deaths of millions of people. According to the International Business Times, estimates on the exact number of people killed under Stalin vary wildly. Between 3 and 60 million victims.
That's a very big difference. 3 and 60 million.
Generally though, if 3 million is the conservative estimate of how many people you've killed, you're probably a bit of a bad guy. Number 29. Stalin famously said that a single death is a tragedy, a million deaths is a statistic. Except he probably didn't say that. There's literally no reliable evidence that Stalin ever made this comment. I mean, it sounds like something he would say, but no dice. Marilyn Manson does say it in his Song the Fight song, though. So, someone said it. Number 30. The current president of Russia is the one and only Vladimir Putin. Putin has been both Prime Minister and President twice. Well done him. Number 31. Putin is a former KGB agent, having joined in 1975 and left in 1991. The KGB were effectively Russia's secret police agency, and were at one point the largest agency of its kind in the world. Number 32. In 2007, Putin was named Person of the Year by Time magazine. Show off? Number 33. Ever the polymath, and probably to show off his Person of the Year status, Putin has his very own instructional judo DVD. Yep, it's actually real. You can find it on the internet somewhere. Although you should probably pay for it, otherwise, well, I don't know. Number 34. Here is a picture of Vladimir Putin. Here is a picture of Dobby the house elf from Harry Potter. Do you think they look similar? Well, some Russian lawyers thought so. In 2003, Russian lawyers attempted to sue Warner Brothers, as they claimed the character of Dobby was based on Vladimir Putin. And Putin is a free elf. Number 35. It was reported that Russia has actually considered investigating a ban on the one thing that's getting humanity through these tough times: fidget spinners. This is not just because they're annoying, but because Putin's opponent was seen playing with one. And so there are allegations they have an anti-Putin brainwashing sentiment. That, and apparently, they're harmful to children. Number 36. There are roughly 120 ethnic groups in Russia who speak more than 100 languages. They speak more than 100 languages, good grief, I really need to pull my finger out and download Duolingo. Number 37. However, the vast majority of people in Russia are ethnic Russians, comprising 81% of the population. Number 38. By far the most commonly spoken language in Russia is, shocker, Russian, which is spoken by about 85% of the population, and is the official language of the country to absolutely nobody's surprise. Number 39. As you may well have noticed, Russian is written in a different alphabet to what most of us are used to, and no, it isn't just a font glitch. Russian is in the Cyrillic alphabet, and is named after Saint Cyril. Number 40. Confirming some people's most absurd stereotypes about Russia, it's interesting to note there is actually no word in Russian for fun. That is, there's not an exact translation. So
What?
Russians sometimes get close to having fun, but they can't really speak about it. Number 40.
So I guess they have to just say fun in English or in a different language, I guess?
41. However, there are a significant number of minority languages in Russia. One of the most minor is the Ter-Sami language of the Kola Peninsula. At the moment, only 2 people speak it. Must add some
What?
real pressure to their chats. It must feel like a slap in the face to their friends. The meaning of life. The currency used in Russia are rubles. Oh, I said ruble, Clive. Are you deaf? Also, who even gets that reference anymore? Number 43. Russia is many things, and one of those things is a technological pioneer. In fact, the Soviet Union launched the world's first satellite, named SPUTNIK, back in 1957. Number 44. This caused the entire population of the USA to freak the hell out, due to a perceived deficit in the technological prowess of their country. This was known as the Sputnik crisis, and effectively began the space race. I'm pretty sure I said that exact same sentence last week.
Probably did.
Number 45. The space race, by the way, is not another name for Rainbow Road, but was a period of competition between Russia and the USA to see who could do the coolest space things first. Russia certainly took an early lead following the launch of Sputnik. They put the first man, Yuri Gagarin, into space and were the first nation to touch Mars, in that their Mars 2 probe crash-landed onto the red planet's surface when its parachute failed to deploy. Still counts though, I guess. Number 46. The Russians were also the first nation to launch a dog into space and have it orbit the Earth. Yes, the Russians sent an adorable pooch named Laika into orbit, and despite it sounding more like some sort of elaborate dare, the mission did indeed prove that living creatures can survive the launch process. Laika did not, however, survive the whole being in space indefinitely process, and instead became a crime-fighting superdog protecting the oppressed in the far reaches of the galaxy.
We would like to hope.
Just kidding, she died. Number 47. The official residence of the Russian president is the Kremlin. Oh no, sorry, I mean the Kremlin, which is found in the capital city of Moscow. The name Kremlin means fortress, which is an apt description of the imposing fortification. And yes, that's right, I am reading the thesaurus again. It's a good read. Number 48. Moscow is also home to the Ostankino Tower, which is the tallest freestanding building in Europe. Number 49. Moscow is currently home to more billionaires than anywhere else in the world combined, with a grand total of 74 billionaires living there. Now that's a lot of billionaires. Setting up a lemonade stand there would be a good investment. Number 50. Moscow is the capital city of Russia, although it was replaced by St. Petersburg as the capital for more than 200 years from 1712 to 1917. Ah, poor Petersburg. Must have been gutted to lose that title. Number 51. An interesting feature of Russia is Kaliningrad Oblast, which is a small semi-enclave located between Lithuania and Poland on the Baltic Sea. Separated from the rest of Russia by about 360 kilometers, the oblast is home to almost 1 million people and is about half the size of Belgium. Number 52. The flag of Russia is an attractive tricolour of white, blue and red. Like so many other great ones. It was originally used on the Russian merchant ships, becoming the official flag of the Tsardom of Russia in 1699. It was, however, replaced by this snazzy red hammer and sickle-laden number during the Soviet Union, but was reinstated when the USSR finally kicked the bucket. Number 53. The Hermitage Museum, located in St. Petersburg, is Russia's largest museum. It's also home to dozens of cats who, and I quote here, hunt and eliminate rodent kleptomaniacs. Good pussy. Number 54. Subotnik is the day when denizens of Russian cities volunteer to tidy up the streets they call home. These days usually coincide with other holidays, particularly Lenin's birthday, which is the 22nd of April. Number 55. There's a bronze statue of a dog in Ploshchad Revolutsky metro station in Moscow with a very shiny nose. This is because it's good luck to give it a rub. I should point out that it's good luck to give it a rub doesn't work so well with humans, unless you ask very nicely. Number 56. If you ever travel to Russia and for whatever reason want to give someone flowers, it's of paramount importance that you give them an odd number. Even numbers of flowers are customary at funerals, and to give someone an even number bouquet outside of this context is very rude indeed. Number 57. The word vodka comes...
Well, at least if you get like a dozen flowers, you know, you could save one for the next time that you need flowers.
From the word voda, which means water, which says an awful lot about how Russians approach drinking. Number 58. During times of economic hardship, teachers in Russia can be paid in vodka. That's not that weird, actually. I had a drama teacher who did the same thing, except with wine and tears. Number 59. Beer was not considered an alcoholic beverage in Russia until 2013, as anything containing less than 10% alcohol was classed as a foodstuff and not alcoholic. See, officer, I was simply having a Russian lunch in the park at 4 o'clock in the morning. Number 60. A depressing 25% of Russian men die before they turn 55, due in part to excessive alcohol consumption. In fact, 2 out of 3 of the Russian men who died drunk. Yep, there it is. Those are the consequences. Number 61. The male life expectancy in Russia is just 63, which is lower than in Iraq and North Korea. Russian women, on the other hand, have a life expectancy of 75 years. Girl power, I guess? Number 62. As a result, there are over 10 million more women than men in Russia. Power to the double X chromosome, I think? Number 63. Let's move on from the whole drinking stuff, shall we? In 2010, a heat wave in Russia caused the death of over 1,000 people, the majority of whom drowned as a result of going swimming while drunk. Oh god, they just didn't stop, did they?
Wow.
Nintendo 64. Moscow has a beautiful subway system, which is the busiest in Europe, and is used by 9 million people every day. That's more than the subway in NYC and the London Underground combined. God, busier than the tube? Wow, hell exists. Number 65. Remember that crazy Lenin dude and how he died in 1924? Well, those Russian chaps decided to embalm him and put him on display. You can actually go and visit Lenin's body in Moscow right now.
That's so
Number
creepy.
66. While you're there, there's a bar in Moscow staffed almost entirely by twins. The bar is inspired by a Soviet-era film in which a girl enters an alternate dimension and finds her twin, named the Kingdom of the Crooked Mirrors. Wow, you must feel drunk literally as soon as you enter that dang place.
Yeah.
Number 67. The iconic St. Basil's Cathedral was designed by SPUTNIK Yakovlev. Legend has it that after it was completed, the cutely named Ivan the Terrible wanted to make sure that Yakovlev would never be able to make anything as beautiful ever again. Ivan did this by blinding him. Wow, what a terrible thing to do. You really wouldn't think that of Ivan.
Really wouldn't.
Number 68. Russia is home to the coldest inhabited place on the face of the Earth, Oymyakon. On February the 6th, 1933, the local weather station recorded a truly disgusting temperature of minus 67.7 Celsius. Wow, my god. Isn't that the temperature that Vanilla Ice thinks he is? Number 69. Oymyakon is relatively close to Yakutsk, which holds the crown of the coldest city in the world. Wow, does my ex-girlfriend live there? Hi-oh! Number 70. Close by, we also find the town of Verkhoyansk, which currently holds the Guinness World Record for the greatest temperature range in the world. Summer temperatures have reached as high as 37 degrees Celsius, then plummet in the winter to a horrendous minus 68 degrees Celsius. A temperature difference of 105. Packing to go there must be a nightmare. Number 71. Russians like to spend their summers in country houses outside of the city, which are known as dashas. Looks dashing to me.
Huh.
Number 72. Former president of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, is known for many things, such as his guidance of Russia after the Cold War, or his commitment to openness and democracy. But all of these achievements tremble in comparison to Gorbachev's album of romantic ballads, which he recorded to raise money for a charity dedicated to his late wife. On the album, entitled Songs for Razor, he sings alongside famous Russian musician ANDREI MAKAREV. Number 73. This, I think, may be one of my favourite facts ever. In 1989, the Soviet Union traded 17 submarines, a cruiser, a frigate and a destroyer to Pepsi to enable the soft drink to be sold in the Soviet Union. At the time, this deal made Pepsi the world's 6th largest military power. And yet Coke is still better. How did that happen?
That sounds very odd, and I would wonder why would Pepsi want that? Yeah.
Number 74. In the 1870s, Russia built a circular warship. It suffers from a fairly poor reputation owing to the fact that it performed poorly in anything but the calmest waters, and also had a habit of spinning in circles like balls floating in a bath. Ooh, orcs. Number 75. A museum in St. Petersburg claims to possess the severed penis of Grigory Rasputin, a Russian mystic who became friends with the family of Nicholas II. Remember the family that was brutally executed? Yeah, that one. Russian history is fun. Anyway, what do they use that penis for? A doorstop? Number 76. Princess Alexandra claimed that Rasputin cured her son of haemophilia. This is attested to in the popular disco song Rasputin by German group Boney M. Number 77. In an attempt to modernize Russia with Western ideals, Peter the Great instituted a tax on having a beard. Those who paid the tax had to carry around a beard token, some versions of which bore an inscription reading, "The beard is a superfluous burden." Something tells me that Peter the Great couldn't grow a very great beard. Number 78. Everybody loves a funny dashcam video, but many people have pointed out the seemingly disproportionate amount of dashcam videos that come from Russia. The reason for this is an increasing amount of people were targeted by fraudsters throwing themselves onto slow-moving cars and claiming that they were run over. Dashcams became a method of guarding against it.
But why did that become a rising thing?
Number 79. Russia will soon be home to a war-themed ski park, which is being built by Oscar-winning Russian filmmaker and actor Nikita Mikhailov. The resort will feature burnt-out tanks and rubber barbed wire. Oh, so Russian. So very, very Russian. Number 80. In the 1700s, a Russian woman by the name of Mrs. Vasilyev gave birth to 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets with the same man.
You're
wow,
kidding.
That sounds like a question on a mathematics exam. The answer, by the way, is 69 kids. I suppose that's a lot of bang for your buck. Or rather, a lot of buck for your bang. Number 81. In 1867, the USA bought Alaska from Russia for just $7.2 million. Adjusting for inflation, by the way, that's the equivalent to about $118 million. That's roughly the production cost for 2 average budget Hollywood films. It's not even that much for a whole bit of a country. Number 82. Russia often bickers with Japan about who owned a number of the Kuril Islands, a string of islands that connect Japan to Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. To be fair, they look lovely. I'll have one if they're going. Russia appears to be having the last laugh, though, as it currently has jurisdiction over all of them. Number 83. The most radioactive and polluted lake in the world is Lake Karachay in Russia. It's said to be so radioactive that standing next to it for just 1 hour would kill you, or turn you into the Hulk, but probably more likely kill you.
Yeah.
Number 84. You know how in Grand Theft Auto you can go into a spray garage to get rid of your wanted level so the cops will leave you alone? It's kind of the same in Russia, sort of. It's a crime to drive around in a dirty car in Russia. This is supposedly to make sure the license plate is not obscured by muck. So, spraying over this dirt would work, right? Or did I just clickbait this fact? Number 85. Alexander Kuzmin, the mayor of Megiddo in western Siberia, is known for banning excuses, saying that city officials should help improve the people's lives and solve their problems, not make excuses. In fact, he even has a song about it named No Excuses. Oh no, wait, sorry, that's Alice in Chains, my bad. Number 86. Russia has in its possession around 7,000 nuclear weapons, the most of any nation on Earth. Compensating for something, Russia? Just kidding, please don't bomb us. Number 87. According to the Huffington Post, around 56% of Russians regret the collapse of the Soviet Union. Number 88. The dialing code for Russia is 007. Hey, Russia, that's our thing. What can I say? Maybe we just took it from Russia. With love. Number 89. Russia, unfortunately, has a very serious heroin problem. Viktor Ivanov, the head of the Federal Drugs Control Agency, estimates that roughly 7 million Russians are addicted to drugs. Approximately 1.5 million of them are addicted to heroin.
Oh, wow.
Number 90. One of the world's most popular video games all about building blocks into the hope that they disappear of all time, Tetris, was created by Russian Alexei Pajitnov in 1984. Number 91. Even the Tetris theme tune is in Russian, and is in fact a 19th century Russian folk song, which tells the story of a man and woman haggling over fabric, which, I mean, I'm not even sure game theory could argue that that's the hidden tale behind Tetris. In Russia it's known as Korobienki. Everywhere else it's known as, the Tetris theme tune. Number 92. There exists an odd Russian superstition which claims that whistling indoors will cause all your money to fly out the window. Oh, so
What?
that's why I'm poor. I keep listening to Whistle by Flo Rida all the time. I'm just kidding. I would never play that in my house. Number 93. Another well-known Russian superstition holds that shaking hands over a doorway is bad luck and will cause those shaking hands to argue. Number 94. Russia is ranked 131st out of 176 in Transparency International's 2013 Corruption Perception Index. That makes it, pretty damn corrupt. Not my words, guys, it's just the index. It's just the index. Number 95. The longest railway line in the world is the Trans-Siberian Railroad, which connects Moscow to the Russian Far East. It was built between 1891 and 1916 and is an incredible 9,289 kilometers long. Number 96. There's a village in Russia called Suzdal that, despite being only 15 square kilometers, is home to an incredible 53 churches. So, no excuse for missing Sunday Mass, I suppose. Number 97. In 1820, a Russian expedition discovered the continent of Antarctica. It was led by a Russian of German descent who possessed the fabulously over-the-top name Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen. Number 98. The deepest hole on Earth, fantastically named the Kola Super Deep Borehole, is in Russia. Otherwise, why would I have mentioned it? And is an incredible 12 kilometers deep. It was created purely so they could see how deep they could drill. They literally just did it for a laugh. Number 99. Due to its much criticised gay propaganda law, it's illegal in Russia to tell children that gay people exist. The law was authored by Yelena Mizulina, who incidentally believes that the phrase gays are people too should be considered extremism. Nice woman. Nice, not at all insane and awful woman. Number 100. The same woman also authored a law that decriminalised domestic abuse, instead making it a misdemeanour. Again, such a lovely woman. Number 100.
I always found it funny because a lot of women, like, I don't think a lot of women got that, like, even, like, in America, like, when the whole thing happened, like, in Alabama, when they, like, took away, like, the abortion law, they thought it was men that were, like, oppressing them. It was really a woman judge that passed that law. So it's pretty... The camera cut off because this video is super long, but as I was saying, a lot of people, you know, like to say that it's the men of the world that's, you know, demeaning them, but actually other women don't like other women, which is always a comical topic to me because, like, you know, to me about feminists, because they like to, not even feminists, mostly misandrous, because they feel like it's all men, even though women are can be the same way. I feel like it's more misandrous than feminists, but yeah, that's always been a funny thing to me when that came out, that it was actually a woman judge that actually passed that law.
Even though they seem ages away from each other, Russia and America are less than 4 kilometers apart at the nearest point. Keep your friends close and your enemies 4 kilometers apart, apparently. Interesting. Anyway, end board time.
Yeah. That was the end of the video. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Also, yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Stream it later today on Twitch. 4 o'clock Central Time. So, yeah, be there or be square. Talk to you guys in the next video. Subscribe, click the link in the description for the Discord. Also click the link in the description for Twitch. And, yeah. So, I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and peace.